What's going on the Hidden Channel? Turned 34 yesterday. Yesterday was my birthday. Spent the whole day alone. But anyways, I just have to speak on this, and I already know the way that I am has hurt my channel. Do I care? Not really, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't care. I keep going back and forth on this. Man, Erica, are you really being too overly judgmental? Probably so. Probably so. And I know I press a lot of buttons, y'all. But you know what? I don't think people would care if I had status or if I was giving them, if I had status and success. I don't think people would be as sensitive to it because that's what people respect is status and success and progression. And that's what I plan to show on this channel. So do I care about my channel being hurt right now? No, not really, because once I fight to get myself together, Lord willing, the people will come in naturally because that's what people like to see. But anyways, yes, I am judgmental. I feel like people do not like to look at their worst self in the mirror. I think people are scared to see their worst self in the mirror. Now, yes, the things that I say is strictly opinionated. Which makes it subjective, which means, but it's still, I feel like it's a well thought out opinion. You know what I mean? So let's take myself, for example. I judge myself just as much as I judge other people. So I have bad skin. A lot of that is my fault. I mean, I was born like this, so it's not like I had a choice in the matter. But the reason that my skin got this bad is a lot of it is my fault. Now, a lot of it is due to stress. I don't think most of it is due to diet because I've eaten way worse in the past and it never messed up my skin. So, me thinking that my diet is going to clear up my skin, it may help maybe, but even when I was dieting and doing real well on my diet, it wasn't clearing up my skin. So I think a lot of it is stress. But also a big part of it is I haven't been going to the dermatologist. A big part of that is because I can't drive right now. I just paid off my reinstatement fee. And things like that. Now I have to get SR22 insurance and still take these other steps in order to get my license back. But I can't drive right now, so I can't really bike to the doctor every day, or on a regular basis, because I'm supposed to go and see the dermatologist 3 times a week. And they also want to put me on Humira and things like this. But for me in the past, the UV treatment is what helped my skin a lot, and I would have to go there 3 days a week. And right now, I just don't have the means to go to the dermatologist 3 days a week. I mean, I could bike there 3 days a week, but there's times where I just don't feel like biking to the dermatologist. And that's my fault because I should have been biking to the dermatologist if I wanted my skin cleared. Point blank, period. So, also, it's my fault that I don't have a license right now. It's strictly my fault. It's my fault that I'm a two-time felon right now. It's my fault that if I'm insecure about my body not looking as good as it did 3 years ago, that's my fault that I let my body get out of shape. I blame myself. And if I want a better partner, a girlfriend, a decent girlfriend, I can get a woman with no problem. But if I want a decent woman, then I have to work on myself. I have to work on my skin. I have to work on getting in shape. I have to work on expunging these felonies, which isn't going to be that's going to take time. I have to wait for my felonies to be expungible, which is going to be in another almost 5.5 years before my felonies are expungible. A little less than 5.5. But in the meantime, I have to work on a career. I have to have a house, maybe probably buy a house. I have to have resources to have for that woman to. That's just how the game works, man. If I want a better woman, I have to improve myself. And so when I judge people on, hey man, men are too weak, men are lazy, men don't want to work. These women are narcissists when it comes to dating. Women have too much power. Women abuse their power. Men abuse their power. I don't like people in general. I'm judgmental on people in general. All I do is point out the problems. Do I feel like men are a little weaker today? Yes, I do. Do I feel like men are lazier today and the women have way more drive and that's why women are thriving in the work field and men aren't right now? Yes, because men just a lot of guys these days, they don't want to work. I literally have a family member, I was probably spoke about him before, that wants to go to therapy because he has to work. And yes, I do feel like men are weaker. What's wrong? I pointed out. It's true. It's true. I don't care what anybody says. You will not hear men that are 50, 60, 70 years old, back from the older, from a few generations ago, you will not hear these men complain about having to work or say that they're stressed out because they have to work a 9 to 5. That's just part of life. So yes, I think that I would say that men are weaker. And you know who would agree with it? Women. Women would agree that men are weaker. But you know what? Who would agree that women are nowadays are horrible mothers and they're horrible wives? Men. Men will agree that mothers are horrible wives and have horrible mothers. Most women don't want to see that they're horrible mothers. Most women don't want to see that they're horrible wives. And in the long term, a woman with a high body count just doesn't make a good partner. I've seen this myself. You have exceptions, just like you have exceptions to mothers. Some mothers are good mothers. But for the most part, most single mothers are horrible mothers. Most females these days, nowadays, are horrible wives or horrible partners. They're narcissists. And so I'm always bringing my roommate into things. Now, this is something I've never revealed about my roommate. She's overweight. I'm not attracted to overweight women. If I don't even like, I used to love like real thick women with the real big booties and stuff like that. I'm really, nowadays that I'm older, I'd rather just have a skinny girl. I like skinny girls now. That's what I'm most attracted to, a skinny girl. I don't care about no booty. I don't care about none of that. I like skinny women. That's just what I'm attracted to now. So, does that mean that I won't date a woman that has a little meat on her bones? Yes, I still date a woman that has some meat on her bones if I like other parts about her. Maybe I like her mind. Maybe I like that she's easy to work with. Maybe I like that she wants to do better in life. She's not lazy. I want a woman that I can go bike riding with. My roommate, she's fat. She doesn't want to go bike riding. She doesn't do things like that. And she's unapologetically fat. She'll wake up, every time she wakes up, she'll wake up in the middle of the night, eat an ice cream bar, drink a pop, eat some cereal, all throughout the day. She just eats, unapologetically fat. Well, here's the thing about my roommate. Okay, if you want to be fat, that's fine. But here's the thing about her. And this is me being judgmental. And it hurts her to the core. Like, and I kept my mouth closed about it long enough. But listen, sooner or later, I'm just honest. I just tell I say what I say, and that puts people off of me. Well, go fuck yourself. I don't care. It's getting to the point where I just don't care. People just don't know how to handle the truth, whether it's an opinion or not. Everything that I say isn't going to be correct. But I feel like a lot of things that I say are well thought out, and people just can't handle the truth. And it is what it is. I'm just going to continue to be me. So that's why they call me the Scrooge. That's where the whole Ebenezer Scrooge came from. Part of it came from the Bible. Actually, it originally came from people just calling me the Scrooge. And then I equated that to the Bible. But that's why people call me Ebenezer, because they say I mean like the Scrooge. But anyways, here's the thing about her. And this is not me being mean. This is just me being realistic. She wants a man that's going to pay bills, which we know in this day and age is rare. Getting a man that's going to pay bills and take care of the house, that's rare. She wants a man that pays bills. She wants a man that's not running the streets, is going to be faithful to her. She wants him to be black, and she wants him to be handsome. I mean, that's very specific. So you want a man that's going to take care of you, provide for you, give you gifts, help with the bills, go half on the bills, at least half on the bills. You want a man that's going to stay faithful to you. He's not going to step out on you. He's not going to be running these streets. He's not going to be going to clubs and partying or staying out all night. You want a man that's handsome, and you also want him to be a specific race, black, and you're not even black. Well, the thing is, if you want this type of man, she doesn't feel like she has to work to get that type of man. When I say work, I mean work on herself. She doesn't feel like in order to get a man to stay faithful to her and pay bills and not cheat on her and not look at other women, she doesn't feel like she has to lose weight in order to do that. She wants a man to just come and be like, hey, baby girl, you're perfect just the way you are. You don't have to change anything about yourself. I don't care about you being overweight. I don't care about you being lazy and you just like to sit around and watch TikTok and play bingo and eat all day. I don't care about any of that. I love you just the way you are. Well, here's the thing. There are guys out here that will treat her just that exact same way. Hey, baby girl, you ain't got to change nothing about yourself. I like you just the way you are. There are plenty of guys out here that will treat her that way, pay bills, not go out and be out all night and cheat on her and things like this. But you know what? She doesn't want those guys because most likely those guys are going to be an older Mexican man, Hispanic man, an older white guy that's 50 years old, who's fat, who's probably out of shape himself, but he has a good job and all these things. She doesn't want those guys. She wants the black man, a black man that's handsome, that also has the quality, that also is hardworking and pays bills, and that's not going to cheat on her, and that's going to just love her for her. Well, I'm sorry, it's going to be hard to find a handsome black man with a decent job and who's loyal to his woman to come to her and be like, baby girl, you ain't got to change nothing about yourself. I love you just the way you are. That's going to be hard to find. So in order to increase her chances of getting a man like that, don't you think it would be smart for her to hit the gym? She makes decent money. I've seen her bring home $4,000 checks in 2 weeks. You know, she wastes her money. She'll bring home $400,000 check and will be broke before she gets paid again because she's horrible with money. Well, you could have been spending money on a personal trainer. You could have been going to the gym. You could have been getting yourself together. You think that you being an overweight woman with no care in the world, you know, just I'm overweight, I'm still gonna keep eating how I eat, F a diet. You don't even have to exercise to lose weight. You can literally just diet. All you have to do is be at a calorie deficit and diet to lose weight. Well, this type of woman thinks she's just gonna bring in some handsome man, black man, to stay faithful to her and love her for her. It's just not reality. No, you're gonna have to at least lower your standards. And okay, you want a guy that pays bills, you want a guy that's going to stay faithful to you, maybe you're going to have to step outside of the black race. Or if you're not going to step outside of the black race, maybe you're going to have to lower your expectations of how he looks. Okay? Maybe you're going to have to go for a man that's 50 years old, overweight, with health issues or something. I don't know, not health issues, but maybe you're just going to have to go for a man that's in his 50s and that's overweight. But you want a handsome man. But how beautiful are you? You're overweight. You got a huge stomach on you. Plus other flaws that I'm not even going to mention. And you feel like that you deserve a handsome black man that's going to pay bills. I mean, it just doesn't make sense, y'all. So just like these guys out here who feel like, oh, I'm giving up on women because women are this and that and that. And, you know, women are, well, don't you think as a man, maybe you should work hard, acquire resources, have your own crib, your own car, a decent paying job, maybe go get some education, go get some degrees, you know, a clean record. Don't you think in order for you to increase your chances of getting a decent woman, maybe you should become more of a decent man, a better catch? Doesn't that make sense? And so, yes, I'm judgmental, y'all, because what I'm judging is common sense. It's just common sense. If you want a better catch, you have to become a better catch. Do I feel like I'm handsome? Yes, but I have psoriasis. I'm a 2-time felon, and I'm in a fucking roommate situation right now. What type of woman do I expect to get right now? The women that I'm getting, the lower. Right now, I'm not even looking for a relationship. I'm just, you know, I haven't even been having sex lately. But if I do look to pursue a woman at this point, it'll just be for sex, not for a long term. I'm not looking for a wife right now. So I feel like most people just are too weak to face their true selves. And I still haven't told my roommate this. I haven't told her, hey, you're just fat. Maybe you should lose weight. I've never told her this. Because if I was that bold with telling her that, she would go crazy. The little things that I do tell her when I'm trying to be subtle, not to hurt her feelings, it still hurt her feelings. She'll still leave the house, run out the house, crying over little subtle things that I say. I'm not even bold with it. Like, I try to bite my tongue because I know how sensitive she is. I know how sensitive people are. And she'll run out the house and go to the car and drive around, or just sit in the car and, you know what I mean, just stare at her phone or play, you know, whatever she does. I don't know what she does. But she'll get emotional and she'll run away. And that's what's hurting my channel. It's because I press buttons. I say things that are very opinionated and that people just don't want to hear about themselves. Yes, I feel like you are a weak man if you feel like working a full-time 9 to 5 is going to hurt you, or if you feel like working a 9 to 5 is too stressful for you. If you feel like having to work a job, in a way, it is modern day slavery. Don't get me wrong, but then why don't you use that as a stepping stone and then you create your own job or create your own company? And then what happens when you create your own company and then you hire workers? Are you gonna feel like a slave master too? Because now you have people working for you. Are you now a slave master? You get what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like people's idea on reality is just warped. I feel like people just have such a crazy, weak mentality and a weak way of thinking, y'all. And my father just did not allow me to have that type of weakness. And that's just how I was raised. So yes, I'm judgmental. And I don't think I can help it. I don't think I can change. This is how I am. It's the Scrooge.